Okay, thank you. Nice to meet all of you here. And today our webinar is about digital tools in teaching and learning of foreign languages. I work for an adult education center in Reus, and today I am a presenter of this webinar, which is the second webinar in the cycle launched by the European Digital Learning Network, DLearn. At the end of the presentation, you will see a link to the training section of the DLearn website, where you can find a list of the webinars to be held this year. We in DLearn, and Gianluca is here and he knows about it, then we believe in the value of sharing in order to connect, multiply, and enhance the potential of our members. And that is what I'm going to do today. That is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to share with you my experience and experience of many other teachers who use technology and digital tools teaching languages. Remember that the webinar is being recorded, and after the webinar you will be able to upload this recording and my presentation on the website of DLearn. Remember, you will see the link on the last slide of my presentation. Well, yesterday, that was the first webinar of this cycle. Then yesterday, my colleague from DLearn and also a foreign language teacher, Tina from Slovenia, made a splendid presentation on blended learning. And what we learned was that blended learning can be described as face-to-face classroom methods combined with computer-mediated activities. And that is what I'm going to present you today. Computer-mediated activities, digital tools that can be used in teaching. I'm a teacher of foreign languages, and that's why I will tell you about the digital tools we use in our educational center. Still, all of us are teachers and learners during all our life. And then what I am also going to show you, that is some resources for language learners. I hope that will be useful for those who learn a foreign language. Could I ask you if you are a teacher or a learner? Just write down, now you know where to write the answers. Okay, I am a teacher, and I am a teacher of two languages, that is English and Russian, but I am also a learner. Right now I am learning German. And what about you? Are you teaching or are you learning? Learner, we have one learner, okay. And teachers, do we have teachers? Both a teacher and a learner. Okay, then this presentation is for you. Good, thank you, Xenia. Well, now I'm going to switch off the camera. I was told that it would be better to improve the quality of the presentation, and let's continue with the main points of my presentation. Okay. Now, so the points to talk about today are, the first one, we are going to start with a short overview of education technology, and then we will continue with examples of how to apply technology, digital tools in adult education, particularly in language teaching and language learning. Later on, we will see what digital tools can be used by teachers of foreign languages, and I will show you some of the resources available for language learners. In my presentation, there are lots of links. During the webinar, for the sake of time, and data streaming, I will not show you all of them. It will be just a very short demo of one of the resources. But after the webinar, you will be able to check the resources and see demos. Remember uploading the presentation and uploading this recording from the website of dLearn. So let's start from the very beginning. Here you can see a quick snapshot that shows schematically the changes in education technology within the last 30 years. 30 years. Is it much or little? Look, yesterday in her presentation, Tina already mentioned the point of different types of education. And you can compare now the types of education in 1983 and 2015. Look, 1983, clear distinction between traditional distance and mixed education, with the traditional one as a dominant tendency. And in 2015, we can see a combination of traditional, distance online and mixed type of education without any borderline. And moreover, within these types, we can distinguish synchronous and asynchronous. These are two most common online learning types. And of course, formal, informal, non-formal type of education. Well, whatever type is used, technology is very much part of education throughout the world at all different levels. We are as likely to find it in the primary sector as much as in adult education. But again, our webinar today is dedicated in digital tools, technology in adult education. Then, what do we mean by technology? What are the key words for you to describe technology? Just one or two words. When you say technology, what do you have in mind? Technology, what is it? 10 seconds. Okay, just very quick brainstorming. Okay. Then you can check that right now there are a lot of different definitions of technology, but we can summarize them saying that technology, this is advancements in the methods and tools we use to solve problems or achieve a goal. Then, advancements in methods in tools we use to solve problems or achieve a goal. In the classroom, technology can encompass all kinds of tools from low-tech pencil to paper and even clockwork to the use of presentation software or high-tech tablets. We can also talk about online collaboration and conferencing tools. Moreover, technology allows us to try things in physical and virtual classrooms that were not possible before. But definitely, what we use depends fundamentally on what you are trying to accomplish. Let's see how technology can help you in your teaching. The first one here on this slide, technology can help you. That is online collaboration tool. For example, Google Apps. You can use it to share and edit documents online and project them on a screen. You can also brainstorm ideas and document work using texts and images. Another tool, that is presentation software, for example PowerPoint. You can use PowerPoint to embed high-resolution photographs, diagrams, videos, and sound files to augment text and verbal lecture content. I think that now every classrooms have tablets. A lot of learners, a lot of students of our centers bring tablets in the classroom, and these tablets can be linked to computers, projectors, and the cloud computer. We can communicate through text, drawings, and diagrams via these tools. Another one in this list, that is course management tools, for example, Canvas. I think that some of you know these tools, for example, participating in different MOOC in different courses online. Also we have here clickers and smartphones. And lecture capture tools, Panopto. In my presentation, in my webinar, I will show you all of the tools which are free of charge. With Panopto, just some weeks ago, one part of this program now is commercialized. Then please, before you use it, check the conditions for your country. Then, is it easy for you to take on the technology? Do you learn from the mistakes of others? Or do you think you would use the technology if someone would help you? Let's see. If you are an early adopter using, let's say, with this metaphor, with our low-tech pencil from the previous slide. Well, look, that is only the pencil metaphor, but it classifies the teachers and the learners into different groups. You can see we have here the erasers. The erasers are those people who endeavor to undo much, if not all, the work done by the leaders. We also have here another group, and this group is the hangers-on. And hangers-on know all the right lingo. They attend all the seminars, but they just don't actually do anything. I hope you're not here in these groups. Well, another group, the ferulars. These people hang on tightly to what they know. They keep a strong grip on their traditional teaching practices and feel that there is not a place for the technology in their classroom. Again, I do believe that you are not here. If not, you will not attending this webinar today. Now, we have two more groups, and I'm pretty sure that you are in one of these groups. Here we have the wood, and here it is a very good play on words. Then, the wood people would use the technology if someone would just give them the gear, set it up, train them, and keep it running. All they need is help from some sharp person, and they would be doing it too. Okay, good start. But again, I think that you are not even here. I think that you are in one of next groups. Here we have the sharp ones. These are the people who see what the early adopters have done, willingly grab the best of it, learn from the mistakes of others, and do great stuff with their students. That is about us. But still there are the leaders. Are you one of them? Then the leaders. These people are the first to take on the technology, the early adopters who usually document and enthusiastically share what they have tried, what and all. Is it about you? What kind of teacher are you? Okay, I'm sure that you are in one of these class groups, sharp or leaders. And now for those who are in these groups, and also for the wood and for other groups from this pencil metaphor, I would like to show some examples of how to use technology in your foreign language class. Then, Twitter. I'm sure most of you have a Twitter account. I'm sorry I cannot see your face, because surely now you are nodding your heads. I'm sure that you have or a personal Twitter account or one of your educational center, and you use it quite often. Well, for those who are not very professional user of Twitter, I leave here a link for the beginner's guide to using Twitter for professional development. Then, how can we use Twitter in adult education, in foreign language education? Of course we can tweet, and that is why it's called Twitter. We can tweet about upcoming due dates or assignments. We can set up a feed dedicated exclusively to due dates, tests, or you can put a quiz. What we also can do, that is coordinate assignments, collaborate on different projects, and keep a quick reference on any changes. We can also set up a foreign language news stream, and that is what we are doing in our center. We also post supplementary materials, additional materials. Well, what else? You can retweet articles, news stories, opinions, and other interesting tidbits relevant to a specific class so that your students can check them at home. Twitter is good to connect classrooms in the same city, in the same region, in the same country, but also from different countries. Perhaps after this webinar we can talk with you, and that is what we are going to do. What else you can do with Twitter? We can do role play, engaging students to tweet ideas and quotes from their favorite figures or famous fictional characters. You can create a character where students can participate in making up a story character of their very own, which each individual contributing a sentence or making up a story, a personality or backstory. Then you can ask them to write their own stories based on this collectively created literary figure. You can also play word games. You can post a daily challenge asking your students to unscramble anagrams, contribute synonyms or antonyms, or give a definition for any vocabulary or spelling words, as another way of getting them more involved in the language lessons. And what else you can do? You can synchronize it with a blog of your center or with a blog of your group if you have it. WordPress and other free blogging websites sync with Twitter, posting news or new entries. Educators who require students to keep their own blogs may want also to follow updates using Twitter rather than having to click through bookmarks for each one. And talking about blogs, it is a so powerful resource that can be used in teaching foreign languages. It is such a huge topic to talk about. Surely it should be a separate webinar to discuss it. Here I just leave you a comparative table with peculiar characteristics of the most common blogging websites. You see, here we have Blogger, we have WordPress, EduBlogs, KidBlog, WordPress, Baby for Education, and so on. I'm sure that you use one of these webs. Okay, and let's continue our presentation talking about digital tools in foreign language teaching. We as teachers want to improve the skills of our students, of our learners, listening, reading, speaking and writing. And for this we need digital tools, we need technologies. Now, one of the common tools used by foreign language teacher is Word Cloud. I am sure you've used it at least once, perhaps in your classroom or for some other activity. Then, to make a Word Cloud, you can use separate words, phrases or sentences of a text. You see, I write here the skills which can be improved using, for example, the word mat. R for reading, L for listening, W for writing and S for speaking. Then, if we talk about increasing vocabulary, what we can do using this word cloud. Your student can guess the topic. They can predict the text or characters. They also reconstruct the text. It depends on how you create your word cloud. If it is only words, phrases or phrases of the whole text. Also you can create here word family, find the odd one out, or discover phrasal verbs and idioms. Talking about grammar activities where you can use these tools, I would like to emphasize revising grammar points. For example, we use it for question words or to revise conditionals. Also, you see on the example, you see in your bottom corner, right bottom corner, you can see that there are words which are larger than others. And then you can explain to your students that the larger the word, the more often it is used in the questions. Or for example, like here we have conditionals, then the larger the word, the more often it is used in conditional sentences. Okay. Another tool which I found spectacular, that is Dialogues. Dialogues derives from video dialogues, and this platform proves that videos are both powerful teaching resource and the ultimate conversation starters. You see here we have L listening, W for writing and S for speaking. Then Dialogues provides a space for users to hold dynamic, time-stamped discussions about videos. To get started, upload a video, grab one from YouTube or choose one from the growing collection on the site. Once you've created a dialogue, you can encourage thoughtful conversations by posing questions, adding polls, and replying to comments. You can also embed a dialogue into your website, LMS, or blog. You can also make dialogues public or private. Now, and you see, dialogue is located on the platform which is called Educate org. And on this platform you can also find lesson plans. For example, in the category Word Languages, you can see adapted games which is called Mind Snakes. Mind Snakes features 9 interactive and visually compelling digital games where language learners can increase their vocabularies practice basic grammar, and discover how language is used in a variety of contexts. And it is available for Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, German, Mandarin. Do we have here teachers or learners of Mandarin? Well, again, this platform that is a topic of another webinar. Well, let's go on. Let's go on with another good tool. Perhaps there are someone here who have already worked with it. Wizard. We in our center use it for reading and writing skills. And that is a great tool for creating a variety of interactive assignments, including writing and reading assignments. You can also create multiple choice quizzes and labeling assignments. You can distribute your activities to your students through Google Classroom or through the use of a link and pin system. And here you have the link. I will not show you the demo. I told about it from the very beginning, but you can see it after the webinar. Remember that the recording and the presentation will be uploaded onto the website of DLearn. Continuing the topic of games, here I also placed some other very good resources for creating new games for language teaching. You can create your own games or you can use already designed ones. Then you see the first resource we have here, it is called Class Tools. I put here excellent, and that is what I am exactly think about this site. Here you can create, of course you can use the games which have been already designed, but you can create lots learning activities using formats from popular 1980s arcade games. Do you remember arcade? Okay. Then that will be like a present to those who will solve a quiz or who will make an exercise. Then the second one, the second resource which is here, that is Philologs. Very similar tool to the first one, to Class Tools, and it uses more recent television games, shows as templates for teacher and student created exercises. Also another very interesting tool, that is Jeopardy Labs. This tool lets teachers and students create their own online games of Jeopardy. Here no registration is required and each game has its own unique address. Then it is very easy to access it, to have an access. Well, another tool, and perhaps you have already worked with it, but I like it, and that's why I decided to leave you a link here. Then, quizzes. Quizzes provides access to previously created quizzes and also lets you create your own. Pick a quiz, take a code for a virtual room and give it to your student. You can see the leaderboard, as do the students, and they are progressing through the quiz. Again, here you have the link to the demo version, and you can try it after the webinar. Well, another tool, another resource I wanted to tell you about, that is Educa Play, and that is free tool, very easy to create different kinds of education interactivities and link them to or embed in your site. We use it in our classes very often. Then what you can create or what you can use from here, you see here we have riddles, crosswords, word search puzzles, perfect materials. Then fill in the texts, matching, reading skills, dialogues, dictations, jumbled word and jumbled sentences, quizzes, and naps. Talking about online quizzes, I decided again only to leave you this comparative table, tools for creating multimedia quizzes, prepared by Richard Byrne. He's a great professional and enthusiast of using technology in teaching and learning. You see, here is a comparative table of different features, different characteristics of 7 tools for creating multimedia quiz. Perhaps one day we will organize a separate webinar, but of course if we organize it, the presenter should be Richard Byrne. Wow, that was a quick summary of resources for teachers. Now, dear learners, because I saw that there are also learners here, it's your time. I will show you, okay, actually you see it now, what tools you can use to improve your language skills. Well, you see, here in the pronunciation group, I placed some resources, some websites, which are actually very simple text-to-speech tools. But they are very good to practice your pronunciation. For example, Oddcast or Wothme. Here you can find different accents of American English, for example, and British English, Australian English. Here you can choose between a male and female, and then the only thing you have to do that is only to type a phrase and listen to different types of pronunciation. Also, I leave here for you these 2 websites, 2 tools of antonyms and synonyms. VisuWords, very good resource. Synonyms in a visual display. It can also function as a dictionary. And another one is Lexipedia. And Lexipedia, that is a visual display, and audio of the word is pronounced. Well, another slide. These are tools for English language learners, which are dictionaries. And here I place some links for different levels of language learners. You see, the first one that is for those who are at the beginning or early intermediate level of English. The first one that is language wide and that is easy to navigate, has excellent images, audio and text. For intermediate level students, I leave here the link from Hardcore School, and that is also very easy to navigate site with academic vocabulary with images, text and audio. It shows words in context and also speaks, not only pronounces the words but also speaks the sentences. The third link here, that is for the students of intermediate and advanced level students. Answers.com, your dictionary. This dictionary provides audio to a sentence using the word in context. You see, here I also write a resource which is not exactly a dictionary, but it would be interesting for you to use it. And actually that is the only demo I'm going to show you during my webinar. It is called Play Phrase. uh, you have only to type the word or phrases and see videos or clips with these words. Okay, let's have a look. For example, let me get this straight. You can type any phrase, but then it use the sentences from famous movies or from famous shows.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Okay. As you see, you can type any phrase in the box there, and the program automatically finds different fragments from movies or shows. Well, some other tools for learners of English. Here you have a site, a British-oriented interactive site for learning English. It is called the English Game. And another site which can be also interesting for you because there are interactive lessons, that is Everyday Life. Here you can do 6 lessons, and the lessons are around town, food and cooking, health and safety, money, work skills, and free time. Well, 2 more resources which you also have here, that is Tip of My Tongue, very interesting resources, and you can use it to find the word that you've been thinking about, but you don't remember what it is. It means that you remember that there were, for example, 2 letters, A and B, and you can type it there, and the program automatically will show you the list of the words with these letters. Try it after the webinar, and then let me know if it works for you. Well, one more resource which you have here, that is Rhyme Zone. This resource will help you to find rhymes, synonyms, and definitions. Today I have only 45 minutes, okay? We have 1 hour for our webinar, and it's impossible to cover all of the topics, to tell about all of the resources which can be used by teachers and learners. And actually my presentation is coming to its end. For me, it has been a pleasure to spend this hour with you. Highly effective teachers and also highly effective students who use technology. I think that you are highly effective teachers because you are always start with why, can easily adapt and embrace change, because you share, and think win, 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 because you are thorough, think 2 steps ahead, and actively care. Then, thank you very much for being with me during this webinar. I hope that the resources discussed today will be useful in your teaching, in your face-to-face class or blended courses of foreign languages. And if you are a learner, you will be able to improve your reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills, as well as grammar and vocabulary, working with the tools I provided today. I hope it is not the only webinar about digital tools in foreign language teaching and learning. That is only a beginning. If you have any questions, you can ask them now, or you can email